and they should die in one bullet. Maybe Valet won't, but I
think Machine will get him now in a bit.
Yeah, probably not much to do for him now, aside from maybe hope somebody hunts him down. See if he can take away another one. Of course, the lowest player, Pixel, is staying near the bomb at the A site, so not really much risk of him dying here.
Yeah, and he's getting cornered from everywhere. And Machine gets a kill on Zolix.
Pretty clean round, all things considered. Only one gun lost.
Yeah, it seemed like they kind of struggled getting anything down in Banana. We see a UMP with scripted, but he has full utility.
And Tane with the MP9, so a little bit of a butchered buy right now for Talos Alpha. But again, the T's do have 2 UMPs of their own, so... Ooh, Corruptor with a little bit of a whiff of a spray there. Finally gets it, and he's traded down by TBN.
And now we see the fallback on Banana. It looks like they're heavily setting up for A side, but Zolix is able to fight back Boiler.
Remember, if the CTs win this round, the T's should be fine to buy next round. But if the T's win this round, the economy will not really afford a buy. Obviously, with the new economy changes, it'll be a little bit better, but not quite perfect.
They're already all in brackets, but they don't hold long Talos Alpha, so Zolix is just holding short.
Maybe playing a little too passive, but he does get one. And it's down to a 4 versus 3. Valet with a trade. The HP advantage fully on the Talos Alpha side. Oh, and Pixel has heard it, and he has taken the kill onto Scripted. Zolix goes down to Valet, and Kekmanen trades onto Pixel. 1 versus 1 here, Kekmanen versus Machine. And nice. He gets the headshot on the middle of sight on a Machine. Well played.
Clutching with 3 kills in the end.
Unfortunately, with the bomb down for the T's and the 4 players dying on the CTs, the money arguably looks better for the T's right here. Not even arguably. Definitely. Look at that. The money is so much better for the T's, and if they win this round...
All of them can afford a full buy with nades except for TBN.
Yeah, the CTs, if they lose this round, will be pretty unhappy with the situation.
I wonder what they will play now with what they've got, because they can't really take much risks right now.
No, 2 of them, of course, missing head armor, and TBN, the only person without a fully bought up weapon, will be glad to hear that. Ooh, Pixel gets a pretty sweet shot on Descripted there after the molly comes in. And now it's a 5 versus 4 in favor of Pandas.
Machine
Another
getting a kill on Zolix, and Boiler kind of uncareful from Zolix to peek into that way in Boiler.
But Kekmanen does get a trade back to bring it to a 4 versus 3. But it looks like the T's are looking to rotate over to the A, where 2 players of the CTs are kind of situated towards. Tane with the MP9 in apartments, gets 1 at Graveyard, gets a 2nd on the plant, but goes down to the pit player Scrampy.
No, they have to hold side for themselves and can easily get the plant. Rotations coming in from B and mid.
The utility isn't really there for the CT side. They got the kits, but they have to be hitting their shots here, and they have to be taking the liberties to push a little bit quicker, I believe. Kekmanen does get the pit player down. And the trades come in favor of Talos Alpha. They win the round with 1 player left. And he should be able to grab the op right there as well.
I think the T was playing a bit too aggressive there on balcony. So he could easily be picked.
Yeah, it didn't really work out with those post plants, even though the CTs did not have much utility there. In that kind of situation, it's probably better to just kind of sit back and play a crossfire.
Looks like they're going for an A rush.
Yep, they look like they've pretty much half bought, very low amounts of money spent, just some pistols. Probably a drop out of apartments is the way it's looking. One's already on short, I believe. Two! And
Kinda gets both
work.
those tracks nicely.
Ooh, Kekmanen goes down to Scrampy with a fantastic headshot. Couldn't grab the op, unfortunately, as Scripted trades him pretty quickly, and the bomb is down on long with one player left on the T side.
No, it's just Valle in Boiler.
Only with the CZ, no armor.
Maybe
most
can
he
get
can really,
one more if he's lucky.
most he can hope for sure. Less than a minute on the clock now. Doesn't look like he's trying to save or nothing. And there he goes, he is down.
Talos Alpha had just the better angles in this round. But
yep.
Of course it was Ox and Eco. We can't forget that.
Yep. Great work holding from the pit by Tane though, with 3k. On the 2 short and the 1 apartments there. And now back with a buy round for the T's. This is probably the best altogether buy round we've had in the game so far. No utility for the Op or Valle on the T side here. Ooh. But they get the first pick anyway. TBN takes down Zolix.
Yeah, I don't think buys like this would have been this easy before the money changes. I think it makes the game way more dynamic in that there's not so many forced buys going on.
Yeah, I quite like it, to be honest. I think it almost adds more evenness to the game, and where some maps, like Nuke, for example, where you, as a CT, need lots of economy to buy your Molotovs, it does give you a more equal playing field as you can buy those Molotovs more often now. Two fantastic kills from the Talos side here. And they've brought back the man advantage to themselves. A 4 versus 3 for them, and the T's don't have a lot of map control. They're just walking up brackets now. Looks like they're going to try and take long here, first of all. Ekin from Valle gets the first onto Kekmanen. And they're just wrapping. Let's see if they notice the pit player.
TBN should have noticed him in pit right there.
It looks like he's playing the long con. Oh, and Krupter from behind gets Valle. 2 versus 2 again. On planet on A site. One player's pretty low on late on mid.
Krupter should back off now and wait for script.
They have 1 molly and they both have a kit, but TBN is pretty low and the T's are out of utility. So if I were to make an educated guess, I would probably say this is the CT's round.
No, the frag from Krupter. Off.
Ooh, it's going down to the wire.
Position is known and he has a kit. He's gonna get the defuse.
Ooh, it's pretty close.
I think he has it.
Ooh! No! Not quite!
That was very close.
So close, so close.
My auto-director is not doing what it should.
Okay, so it looks like another couple of labored buys out of both teams. The money has just not been there the entire game.
I can't even remember. Have we seen an op yet from Talos?
Not that I can remember. Maybe in 1 round, but I'm not quite sure. A total of, I don't know, 4 SMGs in this full buy round here, and a Galil for the T side. So it's a very labored buy. Krupter
Nice
with a fantastic flash from Scripted gets the first headshot onto TBN.
And now they need to back off from Banana. Talos Alpha has gotten back to control. But they've also got 3 players pretty close on A. Valle hearing that Kekmanen falls back. And now they have the ability to take more control of brackets.
The peek in from Valle gets Kekmanen down. That was just one of their SMGs down. But now it's down at a 4 versus 4 again. Zolix takes the peek. Can't quite get the kill. Both players tagged up. It looks like it may just be a fake. And the T's have CT control. This looks like it's probably going to be a pincer onto the B site. But the CTs are playing aggressive. And it's kind of working out for them. They get the trade. Scripted goes down and Krupter trades him. But Pixel gets Krupter and the T's have the B bomb site. Honestly, if it were me to say, I would ask the CTs to save at this point, but they go for it, and Vale with 2 great Galil kills takes them down.
Yeah, they didn't have any utility anymore, just an MP and a rifle. It would have been such a hard retake.
This is a save round anyway. It would have been pretty useful to, hurt the economy of the T's to just have those extra weapons this round. Maybe get 3 kills or something like that.
Yeah, maybe get some bait setup going on.
Yeah, they could have maybe even won it, but it's fine. This looks just like a full eco for the CT side. Only 1 P250 bought, 4 USPs. And the buy on the T side has actually been upgraded to even more rifles. But
still rocking that 1 UMP.
Sorry?
But the T's are still rocking that 1 UMP, even though they could have dropped them in AK.
Yeah, but again, if they know they're ecoing, that's pretty good money farm,
yeah,
UMP.
that's true.
And they can send them out for info, which it looks like they might do. TBN here is the closest one to the B-bomb site. But again, he only has $150 and no utility, and the all-around economy isn't too great on the T side. So I almost think Vale probably could have just gone for an SMG himself this round, but we'll see what happens. Scripted gets tagged up by TBN, I believe, on the B-bomb site. And it seems the T's are a little bit reluctant to try and take control, even though there is only 1 player towards that bomb site.
They've seen, I think, 1 person with a USP yet, and they don't know about the gun situation about the others.
Yeah, they're a little bit scared. Oh, just a swing out from Kekman, and he gets taken down. Not much damage taken.
Now the execute on B is going in. Scripted in CT, but low. Trying to get through to Pit, but he's unable to.
Looks like the CTs just kind of want to run in, do some damage, maybe get some exits. This round is definitely going the way of the Pandas.
Yeah, I think Craptor especially could maybe still get 1 exit. Maybe on TBN now.
Ooh, nice exit there. On TBN, only $750 after that death. And another onto Machine. Going forward, that is actually going to probably be incredibly hurtful to the overall economy. And this player looks trapped, and that's a third. Vale's down, only $150 on him.
With just
that's very poor management of your exits by the T side there.
Yeah.
I mean, they know they had the round 1. All they had to do was sit back banana and make sure they don't defuse.
And we have to remember, it was just USPs and 1 P250. Now Talos getting the first orb, and Never Say No to Pandas is on just AKs and 1 Galil. Utility looking good for them though.
Yeah, utility looking good, but again, this is a full buy round that if Pandas lose, their economy isn't going to look too great afterwards.
Yeah, they don't have any reset bonuses.
Whereas that could have been easily avoided at the end of the last round. Felix takes the peek through the smokes, and TBN just swings out and takes him out with fantastic timing.
Even with the flash, it was a very dangerous move to do.
Yeah. But Talos get 2 in return, and... Ooh, Kekman with the missed shot onto short. 4 versus 3 in favor of Talos, with all 3 of the T's kind of situated on mid. Tane looks like he kind of wants to get some info. And this info might be very helpful, but it may be too late, because they're just rushing up, taking all the liberty they can.
Yeah, now the full rotate is going in. CT smoke's not existent.
Honestly,
and it's just 4 versus 1.
That smoke could have been the round in itself right there.
Yeah, that was a huge blunder, missing that smoke.
Yeah, all 3 of them on the site could have easily taken down the 1, maybe without even losing anybody. And it's a 3 versus 3 with the bomb down, but nope.
Not looking too good right now for Pandas. It seems like they're making small little mistakes which lose them the round.
Yeah, but we should see it go even here. Talos Alpha and the Pandas going 5-5 probably after this round. We don't know that. The Pandas may get some sick headshots here. We'll see. It looks like they're just spreading out with some mid control.
Yeah,
Scrampy just takes a peek and gets shot down. Talos Alpha doing a good job to stay passive and just hold angles where they can drop off. I like that a lot. That's a good way to play your ecos.
Yeah, good call by Scripted to not let his players get too aggressive and get free kills for the enemy team.
Smoke in, top mid. Players just take a couple shots through the smokes. Looks like they're probably going to situate towards A and just do an all-out kind of push in a second. 1 in boiler, 3 in mid. They're waiting for the smoke to go, and they're probably just going to pop out. Yeah, there we go. They're running up short. Bomb later than everybody else, but I can probably see why. There's pretty much a good cleanup out of Talos Alpha. Tane goes down to TBN's Deagle.
No, it's just TBN. He can with that deal get one more kill, but that
But
pop
with a
flash is the end of
fantastic
him.
flash. 5-5. Again, I'm not really enjoying the economy management of the Pandas. Like, this is their buy round that they E-code for, and they just spend that, like, they're trying too hard to win their ecos, like, before the round even starts.
Yeah.
And that Molotov does not look good.
If you see, if they wouldn't have gone for Deagles, the utility situation would have been way better. It looks like they're just going for a fast A.
Yep, utility situation would have been better. Might have grabbed an AWP. Might have had an AK instead of Galil on machine.
Oh, they're wrapping around. Scripted
Oh,
gets
it's
the
the
first.
first on TBN, Scripted another, and then Pixel trades onto Scripted. 4 versus 3 in favor of Talos. Looks like they're just going B. There's only one player B. The flank onto Banana has been pretty slow, but Corruptor does get one, which kind of makes up for it. So, like, just goes for the peak, and that works out too. Just Pixel in a 1 versus 3. Bomb planted. Full HP with the AK and 1 flash. Should be pretty easy for Talos, but I could see a world where he wins it, especially after that peak onto Tane. Zolix low HP with the AWP and Kickmanen with the M4. 1 versus 1 here. Oh my lord, what a headshot onto Kickman, and Pixel wins the 1 versus 3.
I definitely wouldn't have expected that round to turn out like this.
Yeah, that was pretty mad. It's pretty mad.
But money looking good for Talos. They can go for another full buy. Decent nades as well. Not perfect, but decent.
Yep, and 2 UMPs again for the Pandas. Obviously, you can't blame them this round, but still on that eco from 2 rounds ago, it just leaves a pretty sour taste in my mouth. No head armor, or only 1 set of head armor on Talos, so the UMPs may do some damage yet. Machine just going for the peak. Ooh, just a little bit too late. Grabs the AK. 4 versus 5 in favor of Talos Alpha. It's on 1 HP after a fight with Corruptor there, it looks like. And Scripted gets Pixel. TBN trades onto Scriptor, or Corruptor.
Dangerous peak by Scripted, but it paid off for him.
Yeah, I do like how you can kind of ruin the morale of an enemy team by going for such peaks as that. You know, it's almost head games, you know, to just show that you can go out and fuck them up without, you know, so much as a sweat.
Now it's just 2 of them left. They don't have any meaningful map control really. They could take it, but it's only 45 seconds.
Honestly, they're probably looking to just die here. I mean, they have a lot of utility, so this is pretty winnable. But 30 seconds, and the positions of the A players are fantastic here with the pit and sight, and the smoke there to slow it down. This does not look good for the Pandas.
Kegman in a great rotate position as well.
Yep, there's the first machine goes down to Zolix with a headshot.
And now it looks like Vel is trying to save.
Yep, he's honestly the only person that I would say that is a good idea to save. Since he has the AWP, he can just play passive next round and probably save it again.
And he also has the utility. I think he still has full utility.
Vale sitting at top of the scoreboard right now with that AWP. 12 for 8.
And it's another force buy from them, but this time it makes more sense looking at their money situation. They'll just do a full eco-next round and go for a bite round after.
Yeah, looks like it. And it looks like they're going aggressive B again. This didn't really work out the last time, I don't believe. But poor positioning and awareness leads to the death of Corruptor. Kind of didn't expect the push and just kind of ran with his back out.
Oh, and the bomb plant stopped by Banner with the orb.
That is a blunder from Machine. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. They've grabbed the bomb. Hopefully they're going to get the plant. Yeah, and that should bolster their economy a little bit, at least.
Pixel noticing the boost.
Ooh,
And now it's
the
just
trade from
TBN left.
Zolix.
Ooh, what a nice kill by
holy-
Zolix.
Holy. A little pre-fire right there. From Zolix taking down TBN, I think.
Did I have information about that before? I did not see it.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure he probably could have heard him, but I think he was just trying to pre-fire dark, like with a shoulder peek, and the guy was standing in front of it. Oh, look at this buy. Vale, the Opper, opting to go for the Nova no armor instead of just taking the eco.
Getting into Banana with it, I wanna see what he does now. Getting mollied away and,
Yeah, and he's
unable to get anything.
That does drop a primary weapon for any other team members, but they're nowhere to be seen on Banana. All kind of situated towards apps and one at bottom mid.
I would have understood his move more if he just went middle Banana and tried to get a pick there. But going so deep is very dangerous and likely to not have any reward.
Yeah, and I mean, what is that? A Nova, it's $1,200. I think they actually cheapened it to $1,050 recently.
Yeah.
But still, that's $2,800 he had. With their loss bonus here, he probably could have gotten a much better buy than he'll end up having. He might have been able to bring out the op, and now he might not be able to. Great positioning again from Talos Alpha here on the A site. I really like the combo having one site and one pit. And you don't... They're not really too worried about long. They got their library player just listening out. Everything is chill over there on the A-bomb site where it looks like one of the players is trying to sell a fake, even though the two players have walked up Banana and gotten mollied off with only 24 seconds left.
Machine still trying to get something, but slowly falling back.
TBN and Pixel both go down too scripted.
Zolix playing it safe, nice. And another round for Talos Alpha. Last round of the half now. If they get 7, that's definitely not bad for the T half. But in my opinion, 6-9 is already totally different than 7-8.
Yeah. I feel like when the scores are this close at the end of Inferno half, a lot of it comes down to the pistol. But obviously the pistols are a little bit different than they used to be, so...
I must say as well, I really like the new pistol changes. Lessens the impact of the pistol round a bit.
Yeah, I like that too. Although when you're playing, you're 9-6 down, and you're like, oh, we'll just win the pistol, it'll be fine. You don't get the same feeling anymore when you win the pistol.
Yeah. Now Zolix making the smart move, falling back, throwing one more molly. But
Ooh,
they're
that
pushing
cuts off
through it.
everybody but TBN, and a lot of damage taken there onto Machine and a little bit on the Pixel. The aggressive peek from TBN gets shut down by Zolix with a great flash by Corruptor. Machine dead by Corruptor, and Zolix gets Pixel. Just Scrampy left, kills Zolix.
They can let him easily have the plant. But, no, it's not denied by Corruptor. And first half goes to Talos Alpha. All in all, a mostly solid round from them. A couple of blunders, as well for Pandas, a couple of blunders.
Yeah,
That
I
one
honestly
by-
think that
They have one by from...
Pandas need to take their time. They need to take their time and think about what they're doing before they... You know, the amount of just weird buys that they've had. Just take a pause. Think about your money situation. Think about what your enemies are doing. And I honestly could have easily seen it being 9-6 in their favors instead if they just did that. But it looks like it was a pretty good half for Talos towards the end there, with the last 4 rounds in a row going their way.
Okay, opting for a lot of utility on Talos' side in the beginning, and just a smoke and kit for machine.
Ooh, it looks like they're going for a pretty split approach here. 2 at T-ramp, 1 in banana towards that cubby. Walking out, gets destroyed by Pixel. And the bomb is in the apartments right now.
Slowly getting control of it. But it seems like they are gonna opt for B.
Looks like Tane's setting up a smoke where he's at right now, so it definitely either looks like a fake or definitely looks like a B execute now that the bomb is in banana. 3 of them there, the last player coming from Mexico any second now, and it should be an all-out B push. Pixel, playing from CT, will probably get caught off by the smoke, and they might be able to get the site afterwards. CT's already going for the rotate.
Pixel getting the blind kill. Nice of him.
Ekman in with the trade on TBN on the site. He's planning the bomb, getting spammed out through the smoke, but nothing hits. And then he gets the return on the Pixel through the smoke. That's what you get for the blind kill, Pixel. 3 versus 3. Scrampy's pretty low. But Tane goes down. Corruptor goes down. 1 versus 3 for Kekmanen.
But we know, we have seen Kekmanen can do this.
Yeah, one of the players is low, and the other one has a kit, though.
And he does it!
Destroys him! Great headshot on the machine. It's always great when your opera gets the clutches, because that's just more money.
Yeah. Opting for 3 Mac 10s, so we can expect a fast play in my opinion.
Little Vegas Squadron round? No, they're going towards apps with a couple of the Mac 10s, it looks like.
Missing that nade.
They're just taking full map control, trying to see if the enemies are potentially stacking or pushing anywhere, which I like. I think this is a good move on an anti-eco, just to kind of poke and prod at the multiple beehives and see which ones explode. It looks like the exploding beehive is probably going to be the B side of the map, and which is pretty lucky for Talos because they're actually sending their AK player towards A.
Setting up a smoke for B that should delay the rotation quite a bit.
Yeah, and they have 2 SMGs over here towards the B-bomb site. A money farm out here for them, hopefully. Corruptor goes down. Scripted is dinked as well. The health has been deteriorated greatly on the Panda side, though, from the grenade and the spam.
The bomb is already on A, though. They should go for plant quickly now.
Tane gets the long-range Mac 10 kill onto Scrampy after he was tagged down low by Corruptor. That's a 4 versus 4.
Panda's still in the position to make quite a lot of damage.
Looks like they're setting up for some exits with the Mac 10 player going close, hopefully to try and grab some money for them. Goes down quickly to Scripted.
It looks like it's gonna be safe. Yeah, maybe just going for the exit. But they expect them there, so they're just going through Arch and CT.
Yeah, pretty safe round here from Talos Alpha. Played very, very safely, which I do like. I do think it's a good thing to do. As soon as they noticed all the stacked players, I believe it was Zolix who got dinked first. He ran back as soon as he knew of their position. I do like the very passive ideals on here. Grampy and Machine having rough games. 5 and 6 kills to the both of them. Both of them bottom fragging the server, both on the Panda side.
going for a very quick play
Ooh,
on
just
A
to push
now.
up through mid with the Mac 10 and get Scrampy. Machine goes down to Kickman in as well.
Now they're falling back too low and probably going for a reap. Oh no, they're immediately going for a save, okay.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think losing 2 players is nowhere near as bad as losing 3 players because, you know, if you lose 2 players now and then you win the next round and lose 2 players, you'll still have enough money to drop them. If you lose 3 players now and then lose or win the next round but lose 2 players again, you might not nearly have enough money to drop. It's a very fine line between money and no money when it comes to how many players you lose. I think 2 players is the sweet spot.
It looks like both TB and Pixel could also drop it from Mars, so they're in a better position then.
Hane opting to go by himself towards the T apartments on 6 health. Luckily it works out for him and nobody's holding him.
Yeah, even if you went there for an extra track, with that HP it's totally dangerous.
Yeah. Very, very risky. And another absolutely butchered buy out of the Pandas. The utility's looking better than it ever has, but Vale gets the first pick on a Corruptor, just carelessly crossing mid. I believe Vale must have had a pretty good spawn to be able to take that pick that quickly.
But also, Crupple really didn't look into that direction to begin with.
Yeah, it was pretty careless to do that.
City's taking lots of banana control right now.
Yeah, this is looking much better of a round for Pandas. Taking some aggressive peeks, taking some map control. This is what they've needed to do all half. There we go with a flash and a peek. He obviously gets traded, but keeping that 4 versus 3.
Okay,
Ooh.
that was bad play in my opinion from Pandas. Now Talos can easily go to B side. They will expect one rotate in my opinion. Oh, do they opt for A? Okay.
I'm always down for aggressive team peaks like that, but you got the man advantage. It's not that needed. It's 4 versus 3 before that happens, and you come out looking worse off. Just you realize you're in a 4 versus 3. Just kind of back off and hold far back on banana. Scripted a 1 versus 2. Scrampy only has the FAMAS and a nade, and Vale only has the op. And it looks like they're both kind of situating towards B, so this is a super winnable round for Scripted.
As well as he can afford to lose it. Just a bomb plant.
Yeah. Even if he loses it, it's definitely a positive to kill anybody on the Pandas that he can, because they have so much less money.
I'm absolutely not certain why the Pandas decided to go both towards B in that.
I think it's sometimes worth it to go for a gamble when you know one of your players has an op, because, you know, if Scrampy loses the site there, there's almost no point for Vale to go for the retake. Scripted almost gets it. Headshots Vale, but traded quickly by Scrampy.
That was well played by them, both peeking the same angle at the same time. They kind of expected him there, I guess.
Yeah, and it was pretty smart. It was actually pretty smart to send the op out first. You wouldn't think it would be, but I don't know if they did that on purpose or not. But the op going out first, actually, it's a lot harder to trade somebody with an op when you only have 1 bullet. And
in those directions especially, the op is not really that advantageous, except if he's in pit to get the trade, to get the entry.
Yeah, definitely. Ekmanen taking the punish onto Vale, knew he peeked it last time, decided to slap him in the face with his own op.
It's payback time now for him.
Yeah, definitely. Strampy picks up the op, so the gun situation is actually pretty decent on the Pandas right now, but man disadvantage. Pretty decent utility actually, but
the bomb plant last round definitely also helped Talos with their utility.
Again, with a pretty good aggressive peek there. It's good to take these risks when you've been losing all half, because you know, the other team, when they're getting more confident, they're also becoming a little bit less, you know, they don't take as much heed towards the possible deaths. So these aggressive pushes coming in at a timely manner now.
With the HP of Pandas is definitely still winnable for Talos though, so they have to be careful in their positioning.
Yep, they have the utility advantage and probably even the HP advantage if you add it all up. Gun advantage as well, and TBN gets the first on his Zolix, and traded by Kekman with the op. And Scrampy gets the kill on Tane. It's just Kekman. He goes for the jump across, and he gets sniped out of the sky by Scrampy.
Doing the jumping on library like that as with an op is really flashy, but also hard to do.
He was just trying to reach his book, you know, it was at the top shelf. Alright. After this round, if nobody takes a pause, I'll be extremely surprised. Like, the amount of deaths coming back and forth from somewhat silly peaks on some team sides and a little bit of not being ready on the Talos side, you should definitely be taking a pause after this round.
Yeah, and we have to remember they have 10 minutes of pauses per map, so it's not like they're running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, they're kind of just sitting around at the moment. It looks like they're going for a execute of pistols on this site. They could already have been talking about what to do next round now that they have pistols. I know that's what Existence used to like to do. He used to take an eco as a pause round and have his team run around in circles while they spoke about the next round.
I remember that, like in a major he even did that, I think on Mirage. That was
yeah, I mean, realistically, it's pretty smart. Like, if you take a full eco like that, well, the trade's coming back and forth there. I'll just cut myself off there. And TBN, very careless to run out with your knife. Crupter punishes hard. Very unexpected that Crupter would be there, to be fair, but, you know, you don't have any idea of him being there or not. You should definitely at least, you know, think about it. Unless somebody on the Pandas team did call that there was everybody. Oh my lord, Vale! Fantastic eagle shot out here.
Now they're back into a 2 vs 2. I think they don't expect a second one in pit.
Scripted is in a great position to clear out the round, trading out Vale. Vale with a very valiant effort, getting 4
Yeah, great
kills
round by him. Okay, now looks like, yeah, they're gonna have a half buy. Just a couple of nades. Looks like they're gonna chuck it down mid. Trying to get the damage from Talos.
Ooh, it's a bit surprising almost to see the Pandas with USPs.
Yeah, who would have expected that, but the round started as quickly as it ended.
Yeah, and this is one of the only times I think we're gonna see Pandas this game with no FAMASs or no Galils or no secondary rifles. This is.
I almost expected one of them to, just for the utility, to go for Mars, but they need the firepower right now on CT.
Yeah, they need to take the aggression, and they need to just take the flash-ins. Just take the... Take all the liberty you can. Just... Oh, Zolix having to be forced out by the mollies, I believe. Takes the peek and just gets shut down.
Both of them low.
Tane as well shut down by Scrappy on the other side of the map. Crupter gets TBN traded by Pixel. The molly's going to take him down. Crupter has full B control if he wants it, but he's not taking it yet, and a player has rotated into CT.
Now they're getting one player from behind as well. Scrampy very close behind them. They have to play fast now. Kekman will probably be killed now.
So Crupter gets, or Kekmanen gets put down after planning. Crupter gets the first, though. 1 versus 2 for Crupter for the 4K in this round. No kits on the CT side. Crupter gets the first. He's mollied out, though. He has to... Oof. Dies to the molly.
That reload and that molly were badly timed for him. That was unlucky.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate for boy Crupter. Let's get a 3K there. Does punish the economy hard on the side of the Pandas. Just giving them one final slap before hopefully finishing the game on the side of Talos Alpha.
Talos still having a decent buy.
Kekmanen probably just looking to go for an op that's on the ground. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, I didn't see it as well.
100% buy. You know, they are in final boss form right now this round. It'll be very difficult for Pandas to win this. I'm super surprised to see so many people going for head armor on the Panda side when they know Talos Alpha will have fat economy stacks. You know, that's $350 that could just be spent on that extra grenade.
Yeah, definitely. Failing to smoke a bit.
Scrappy gets Zolix. Kekmanen gets Vale down. Vale is taken out of the server on brackets. 2 players A left for the CT side. But it looks like the T side is a little bit more interested in B, potentially.
You really don't want to miss out on a smoke like that, and it paid off for Kekman getting Val peeking down mid.
Yeah, it certainly did. Oh, maybe it looks like they're going towards A, but Scrappy is just taking all the space he can get. Takes down Tane.
Getting mollied out by his mate.
Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate, but it looks like the Talos Alpha side has decided, screw it, we're going B. Where there are 2 players and a smoke down situated. Of course, one of these players, TBN, only does have the UMP and a Molotov, which will actually probably be super helpful to end this round. He probably needs to throw it right fucking now, though.
15 seconds remaining on the clock. Getting the first one. They should have spotted him now in new box. Roadheads are coming in. They need to get the bomb down right now. HP not looking good for Talos, but only one left. Machine versus Talos. And he's deciding to go for the save. Next round will be fucking tough for Never Say No to Pandas. Absolute
blunder by both Pixel and TBN there, I think. I don't know if it was TBN. Who was the new box player? I think that was TBN. Pixel is playing anti-flash with less than 20 seconds to go. If they're gonna go B and flash it, you're gonna hear them. They're not gonna walk up and flash from right next to you. You need to be staring at the choke point when there's that little time left.
Yeah.
And Molotovs will last, what, 12 seconds? There's very little time, like less than 20 seconds. Just throw the molly when you're knee box. You have, what, they're going to have 6 seconds or so to plant after that molly goes.
I think it's more like 7 seconds, but the point still stands.
Well, yeah, there you go. It's so silly. If they have like 10 seconds left after that molly goes, it's going to be so much harder for them to get the bomb down. They're being so reluctant to make their own decisions almost.
But Machine getting the close pick on Tana, being uncareful.
The trade's going in the favor of the Pandas, actually. 3 versus 2. But they should have the B-bomb site if they decide to plant it here, which it looks like they will. Kickman picks up the AWP, his signature weapon. But Vale, oh my lord, Vale just threw the smoke onto Scripted, who wasn't actually a planter. Kickman finally taken down by Scrampy.
Strong route from Pandas, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Money still not looking too good for them, though.
Yeah, money's a little bit unfortunate, but as I said, they have the golden rule of only the 2 deaths, and that is super important because, you know, the drops can come through. If 3 people died, 1 person would be left out.
Even though the money of Talos ain't too bad, I would definitely go in their position for an eco, and it seems like they're doing it.
Okay, so Pandas will probably walk away with this round 1. But I'm super interested again to see. They should win this round, notice they're on eco, and if they do notice they're on eco, they'll know next round is a gun round.
They should notice it right about now.
Ooh, Kekman gets the first for the Talos Alpha side. They're just taking a full swing onto this A bomb site. Vale gets 1, Machine gets a second. Kekman trades Pixel out. 2 versus 3.
Vale with a very dangerous pick there.
You have man advantage, Vale. ABN unable to find the kill. Both players now pretty low for the Talos side, but both do have AK-47s. If they want, they can save. If they want to go for it, they can as well. I mean,
And it's still
either
got
or
1
makes
minute.
sense at the moment. Oh, it looks like they're going for the split here. One's going to try and fake, and the other one's going to try and plant, and hope he clutches.
Fake is gonna be a bit tough because of the lack of utility, but we're gonna see
Oh,
what happens.
TBN is making a almost strange play to go in here. Does he think his smoke is immortal or something? Because he is just rotating after just throwing the smoke. Oof,
Almost a big
machine.
whiff from Machine, but in the end he gets it. Rotate coming in, exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, it's going to be a very difficult round for Kekman, and only 39 HP on him. He does have the armor, so he can take a couple hits.
He's opting for the banana though, unlucky for him.
Oh, he's going for the flank! Oh man! I'm
Holy
surprised to
shit.
see how this will work out. They don't have a smoke! They don't have a smoke! But he didn't even plant it for himself. Oh, he did! Okay. Oh, Kekman in! For the game? For the game? No! Machine defuses!
That would have been the play of the game if that worked. Holy shit.
My god. A little bit of a blunder with where he planted. Maybe he didn't think about what he was going to do beforehand. He just planted where he thought he was just going to play off of. And then he went to banana and thought, hey, I might as well go for the flank.
I could also imagine that being a mid-round call.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Kind of failing the molly.
Yeah, not looking great over on alt mid.
I'm really waiting for the exclamation mark pause from one of the sides. Come on. They have the time.
They need it. Both teams almost need it. Finally, the Pandas are starting to look pretty decent out here on their CT side. Opted to go for 4 M4A1Ss. Tane goes down with a careless Kekman in as well. Both pretty careless running through the smoke. No flashes. No teammates in any tradable positions.
And so delayed after each other.
Yeah. Just almost throwing away their lives there. TBN takes on Crupter, and he gets traded out by Scripted. It's a 4 versus 2 in the favor of the Pandas. Zolex has a lot of utility, but the bomb is down. The bomb is down. When they ran out apps, they took the bomb.
Talos should definitely go for a save now. They don't have much chance of triggering the bomb, and
honestly, how many rounds in a row they lost now?
definitely lost 2.
2 in a row.
Both
Oh,
defused,
Scripted gets 1 there. Oof. That was a fantastic shot. Zolex
Another
goes down, but they know this
dangerous
Grampsy's
peek.
position. Oh, and he goes down. Yeah, their worth was definitely worth a lot more in terms of gun and armor than it is now after they're dead.
With drops, Talos could go for a low by now, but it seems like they're gonna fully save. With a bit of utility and guns. SMGs.
Picking up the Mac 10 at least, and Corruptor having armor CZ. I don't mind it, I don't mind it. Oof! E-Box, wow, they get them both! I didn't like that at all, but it works out! They got 1 gun at least. They haven't decided to go for the second gun. Tane gets picked out by Vale. Having a fantastic game, Vale is.
And they're definitely going to plant guns down.
Great
looking
position
too
from
good
Kekman
right now.
and gets taken down by Scrampy there. Vale gets another. Scripty
What
gets
the
2!
fuck? 1 was 1 off for Cropter, and he has the gun.
The bomb is ticking down though, and he's in a great position here. Ooh,
And
2 bullets, and that's the game.
they managed to close down the game in an eco. What a fucking game that was. Kekman with the 30 bomb. I really don't know why Pandas didn't take a pause. I really can't understand it.
Great On
So
to cash now.
Talos won the map pick now. This is the map pick of
The Pandas.
the Pandas. But for a fact, I know Talos also pracked cash a lot. So we gotta see how it turns out.
I mean, honestly, in moments, the Pandas did look good. Like, Vale was looking really good with the AWP. And this map is a lot better for AWPers than Inferno will be. Or was. So, I definitely almost see this being closer if Talos can play well at it. But I'm not really sure where it's going to go. I just feel like this is probably going to be a pretty good map for the Pandas. I can tell by the way they played that.
And we've also seen how the Pandas got more rounds on CT where they could use the AWP more.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
We're gonna do a quick pause and we'll be right back for map 2. Okay, we're back. Not everyone has connected to the server yet. One person is missing. No, one person is still in spectator, waiting to get into the correct team.
Yeah, pretty exciting map the first time around. I hope this one can be just as exciting. We had quite a few clutches, actually. At least 2 to 3 1 versus 3s.
I always love watching close games like this. It's way more exciting than just one team 16-4ing the other team or something.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the first game, the B bomb site seemed to be a absolute hotspot for the clutches, but unfortunately, the A bomb site was the hotspot of the demises of the clutches. Whenever anybody was going to clutch on A, they couldn't finish it off. But the B bomb site, it was almost a given that they'd clutch.
And it was always so close on A.
Yes, it definitely was. Kekmanen almost got that sick flank as well. Unfortunately, he did not pull that off. But it was pretty good towards the end for the Pandas. They were actually going for map control on the CT side for the last few rounds only, which turned out pretty well for them during those rounds. But they couldn't really crawl back after they had just been so passive in their first few rounds on the CT side. And that kind of, they shot themselves in the leg and couldn't quite recover. They bled out, they got gangrene, and they lost.
And ending the map in an eco is just kind of humiliating. So I don't hope their morale is too low now. I want to see something from them.
Yeah, I wanna see this be close as possible. Clutch every round.
16-14, please.
Triple overtime.
Triple overtime, yeah. Oh man, overtimes are really fun to watch, but they're, in my opinion, really not fun to play. You don't have any strats anymore. Okay, we're going live.
Here we go. This is just knife round to start off with. I'm gonna leave it to Ahava to cast this great play-by-play for this knife round.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to the mid already with the camera. It's probably gonna happen in mid. I would wonder if it's not.
It's starting, yeah. They're heading out.
Pandas already very close. Kekmanen going for it, getting the first. Cryptid getting the second. No, Craptor getting the second. 2 refrags.
Oof.
It looked so good for Talos in the beginning, but they just got wrecked after that.
Just a trade fest after that, and the Pandas won the knife round. Pick the CT side. Obviously, it's cash, so the sides don't matter quite as much as other maps. The T side on cash being a pretty strong T side, actually, with quite a few things you can do, and a pretty easy way to take sites using mid, which is actually pretty easy to take out here.
Yeah, and Cash is also one of the most even maps. I think in the last major it was like 52-48 or something for CTs.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll probably see it. Hopefully we'll see it go that way again today. Even. Just even.
Yeah, I hope so too. So, it looks like Pandas is going for a lot of utility. Talos as well. 2 flashes,
Ooh.
4 flashes, 1 smoke, 1
pistol
molotov.
execute coming out from Talos, I assume. Or a mid take? I don't know. What was that flash? Cruptor gets taken down by the B push, and that's great to see off the start from the Pandas. That getting that aggression. I want them to keep with that. The aggression worked pretty dang well for them towards the end of the last map, and it can be so even stronger on a map like Cash, where you can just flash into any choke point. Talos are coming out though. They got the bomb site free now. after taking down Volley. 4 versus 4. No kits on the CT side. And lots of utility being thrown now. Everywhere is getting utility.
The utility really
out
paid off for them. Kegman in a dangerous angle doesn't notice that the smoke is fading.
Ooh. The trades! Tane gets 2, Zolix 1, Zolix goes down to Machine. Machine in a 1 versus 2. He has a kit now. He can defuse it.
He's sticking
Only
it.
2 seconds left. It's gonna be close. He gets it so
That
close.
was so close. Well played by him. Sticking it, not defusing. Talos didn't know he had a kit. He played that advantage.
I didn't know he had a kit. They didn't have a kit beforehand. Where did he pick that up? It must have been Vale who died on site who had the kit actually.
Yeah, that's a good possibility. It's always good to have the kit like on A or something in a pistol round because then you can easily pick it up.
Yeah, just playing passive on the site with a kit. Really, whatever side it is, as long as you're playing passive towards the site, the kit will be dropped in a pretty good position. Okay, so Eco to start off the second round from Talos Alpha. They have 1 smoke and a flash and armor with USP on scripted. I don't know if that armor was a misbuy or something like that, but it does actually help a lot of the time. Any of his teammates with a deagle gets a 1 deagle. Scripted can get the gun, and it'll be smooth sailing for him, hopefully.
Zolik also doing the smart play and getting a deagle against who he knows has head armor. And
Zolik's
he gets the
getting
first
that
kill against head armor.
Pre-fired in the little angle onto Pixel. Knew he was there from before. And the aggression again with the flash. I love it. Kickman and already in checkers, though. Gets the dink onto Scrampy.
Now the road is coming in from mid. They expect B. Scrampy gets down. And they have the side. CT 2 people now. And a clean
What a
echo from
fantastic
Talos.
eco. What a fantastic eco. Almost want to say that it was almost misplayed by Pandas. I think that obviously it's nice to take aggression for info purposes, but
when you know
they haven't cleared checkers before they go for that B main pick, and it just kind of bites them in the ass because they take so much damage so quickly, and then it's almost easy. Pixel gets the first headshot onto boost, and Zulix with the trade immediately.
in my opinion, also when you know the enemy has pistols, you shouldn't go for aggressive things like that. You should play your side safely. If you hear something, immediately rotate because you can expect a full push most of the time.
Zulix gets the headshot through the wall onto Scrampy. 4 versus 3 now in favor of Talos. Ooh, TBN gets a deke spam on Kekman in. Kekman in could not quite find his footing there.
TBN spotted by
Zulix
Zolex
spots him.
and gets him through
Pulls him
the
through the
smoke.
smoke. Zolix on 3 this round. Tosses the bomb across. And heads back to watch events. He can get his 4th here. Not looking. And he goes down. Doesn't
I don't
really
know why
need
he
to be
would go
looking away
for...
there.
Yeah, he wants to go for a spray through the wall, I think. But it's really not necessary. Nice nade from Tane.
That was pretty damn good after he gets that first initial tag. Volley only has the scout right now.
They don't know where he is,
$0.
though.
It's almost better because it's specifically a scout. I would almost always save this. Your teammates have pistols next round. Any tags you do can be almost game or round winning when your teammates have pistols and you have a scout.
Yeah. But also playing a scout with without much utility is hard. You really need to rely on your teammates then if you don't have that utility. Talos having a great buy. Tane on the FAMAS, and I don't know why he doesn't buy up.
Well, he probably has an inkling towards the fact that they're ecoing. It's probably, you know, go for a little bit of a bonus against their pistols. Only money to be earned. He might even want to go down here and drop that FAMAS without any regrets so he doesn't have to use it next round. I mean...
Ah, you mean like for an info play?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Slowly working A together, both of them.
again, against the potential eco, Talos like to take it slow, and I like it. Not a big fan of close smokes against ecos, though, but it'll be pretty safe. There's nobody wards A site. Of course, if you throw close smokes to you, they have pistols. It'll just put them in their superior range. If you're going to be smoking on an anti-eco, you want to keep it far. You want to keep it, clean. No little random smokes with little gaps and stuff.
Yeah, I could very well imagine myself pushing through a smoke if I have an eco, just going for that lucky peek.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Full rotate coming now through T-spawn. Trumpy's getting hold and Scripted gets him.
Everybody just sitting back and waiting for the exits, except for Vale, who's moving closer to door, probably to just get in the corner and wait for a potential exit. Somebody all the way back in T-spawn. I don't know if there's anything worth saving all the way back there, but it seems like maybe he's on top of the box and he has a pretty good angle or something like that. I don't know.
They just want to go for the exits there, I think.
Yeah, which is definitely, like, when it's early game like that, maybe economy's not fully established on the enemy team, it's definitely smarter than just kind of pushing in.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of electing to continue staying with the FAMAS. I still like that. No head armor on the CTs. It's, not the most accurate weapon, but it's almost a waste to go for the AK when he has that much money. He can buy infinitely, but TBN gets one. Kind of whiffs on the second. Scrampy picks it up, though. TBN gets one. Zolex gets the second. TBN getting his second kill of the round onto Scripted.
And whiffing there in Sunroom.
And Zolex takes TBN from behind, not expecting him to be there. Okay, now it's a 2 versus 2. Both the CTs are towards B. If the Ts go fast enough, A could be clear. And Pac-Man has decided to go mid. This could work out if Zolex just wants to go for the plant. Oh, a little bit of a whiff by Kekmanen, but he finishes him off. And the last player, Vale, is on the B-bomb site. No defuse kit, one flash. The T's have lots of utility. Obviously he can't see how much utility they have as we can, but even then, it's probably worth a save when you got $50. Just keep it for the eco. Try and get some guns down. Teammates can pick up the weapons that go down.
Yeah, he's slowly making his way back.
Putting himself in a exit kind of position here.
They would probably expect him there, though. And Kekman expected him and got him.
Kekman absolutely destroyed him there.
Not looking good right now for Pandas. They seem to kind of make beginner mistakes, in my opinion, right now. Playing it way too aggressive. Like, they figured out their aggressiveness on Inferno, and they're trying it way too much right now.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit out veteraned, I'd say. Talos Alpha just look a little bit more like, I don't know how experienced these players are really, but it just looks like theirs shows a little bit more
How
in these kind of important rounds. Ooh, a big push. Rampy goes down to Zolix. He pushes by himself. None of his teammates decide to go for a swing. Pixel gets the headshot onto Zolix, and TBN goes down to Scripted.
Maybe he was given the task to just lurk in mid.
Maybe. It should definitely be a Talos round. There should be a gun down. Yeah, right there. Vale can grab that.
Yeah, looks like they're going again for exits. Pixel going offensive.
Going for the info peek or the... I don't know if he's expecting to get a kill from there. You know, I don't really ever see that working out, but, you know. Maybe if he got lucky. They're boosting mid. This isn't really going to do much. It could have gotten Machine if Scripted decided to go the opposite direction, but both Machine and Vale are going to survive. AK saved on Vale. A lot of money for the Pandas now, but nowhere near the multiple people with 5 figures on the T side right now. Pandas finally have that op. Every single gun on the side of the Pandas is a different weapon. I like that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that's also what the new meta, which I did with the AUG and the money changes does, which is great.
For sure. I like it a lot. Okay. And the first 2 kills going in the favor of the Pandas.
Haven't been taken now by TBN. They expect him there now after they throw the smoke. Getting mollied away.
Yep, Scrampy goes down though on the site.
Vale not checked though. Getting through
TBN
smoke.
walks, or Vale walks out just almost too hastily. He's in such a pivotal position and he has an op. You know one of the players is going to want to play towards checkers for post plant to check the events. All you got to do is sit back and wait for him. There's no reason to stop the bomb plant yet. And Talos get it because of that push almost. It was almost favorable towards the Pandas. Oh, and here we go, a pause. Look at that, look at that.
I think it's the first pause in the match, even though so much more have been needed before.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's called by Talos.
Ooh,
which I wouldn't have expected Talos to call a pause. No, I would have expected Pandas to call it.
It's a dirty pause. It's a look at us, we're pausing kind of pause. You know, sit there with your pause and look at the 1-6 score line. That's what kind of pause it is.
Maybe just a bit dick on the table as well.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, we've won 6 rounds in a row kind of pause.
Tech, okay. Oh, scripted there with the 80 ping.
Oh,
it's going down slowly.
You don't want him to be on 80 ping. He's 6 for 1 right now. 6KD died once, and that was... I might have only been... No, I don't know if it would have been the pistol round, because that was the defuse. Could have been in any round, really.
Now the ping seems to be figured out. Around 50. Not perfect, but way better than 80. And round 8. Not very good guns on Pandas at all. Talos with strong AKs, not deciding to go for an AWP right now.
Yes.
I guess they're playing a strat now after that pause.
Yeah, this is the second time Vale has gone for this Nova in the 2 maps that we've casted. And both times, at times where it might hinder him getting his op. And it's cleaned up by Talos. Almost just money into the hole. Money into the hole.
No, Vale is the only one left getting peeked by Krapta, and Krapta easily gets him.
Like, they can buy this round, but there was so much... Vale can grab the op, but, you know, there's just so much potential utility. Just wasted with some of these... The thoughts behind some of these buys, like...
I'm really waiting for a pause on Pandas, holy shit. Like, right now is the perfect time for the pause.
Yeah, before this round started, hey, we've lost 7 rounds in a row and we have a gun round. We should try and figure out what is wrong. But
yeah.
No.
TBN lingering a bit too long in the smoke and the molly.
TBN gets 1 and does a bit of damage onto 2 players, but he eventually goes down in the sandbags position. And the Talos guys have pretty much as much mid control as they need at the moment. But the Pandas have 2 ops, so that site player or the car player can just chill and watch from all the way back there, and mid control is not extremely needed from the Pandas with this kind of setup. They can just hold from so far back and get the rotates.
I don't think Zolix knows he has been spotted, and he gets killed by Machine.
You know, they're pretty good shot there, actually.
Trying to getting another one, and they're just falling apart slowly.
I mean, they're almost going for, like, they have superior angles, and that one wasn't a superior angle, but more often than not, they've had superior angles this round, and they've just kind of gotten wrecked by, a nice shot.
Yeah.
Kekman in with a not so good position, just kind of gets, what are you gonna do when an AWP peeks into a pretty common angle like that? There's not much you can do.
Script is still trying to go for it, but he faces the AWP, and the AWP gets him.
There we go. That's what we want to see. Vale has shown that he's a capable AWPer on the last map, and this round he gets his second and third kills in the 9th round. So they need to think about how they're gonna get this man the AWP more often. I believe, like, him buying stuff like Novas and going down to however much money half the time is just not working out because he doesn't end up with the AWP, and he needs the AWP.
Oh shit! Teamfire on Tanne. Talos getting back to mid control again.
Panda's just giving up mid completely this round. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, definitely. When you know they're taking it so aggressively, you can just give it up and hold it from side. It's not a problem on this map. Looks like Talos is kind of setting up towards A though. Taking the mid control. Scripted now getting the bomb. No, he's not getting the bomb. "55 seconds left on the clock. Playing it very carefully. Looks like a late round execute.
Ooh, Pixel looks like he's gonna peek out in a second here, and he might get punished for it. Zolix is looking towards Z, and Pixel gets a shot. Zolix goes down. Man advantage. Pandas. 36 seconds left. Bomb
Pixel
is still
now doing
down
a
in
smart
spawn.
move and going into a passive position. Looks like the bomb is going towards A.
Yeah, the only map control that the Talos guys forcefully took, they just give up and back off. And they know nobody's mid, right? And they're more likely to have 3 players A when nobody's mid after he gets that first pick. So it's almost silly to just back off and go A that late into the round when the enemies have no mid control.
Yeah. In my opinion, the best possible option would have been an A split, because I know Valle is playing B. He has a very strong AWP, so an A split could have been beneficial.
Alright, we go into round 11. House Alpha leading 7-3. Panda's finally getting some rounds on the board. The money well has still yet to dry up for Talos, and they should still even have maybe 2 more buys after this round, even if they lose both the rounds.
They're playing a lot of early utility on B right now. It might not be very beneficial for them. Now, the question is if Zodex, if Scripted noticed it.
Very passive from Talos, very passive.
Right now it looks like the call is just wait for an entry. If you can get an entry safely.
Yeah, or just wait for the push. I mean, ever since the first few rounds, Pandas haven't really gone for that much CT aggression. So I don't really understand the thought process of going like super passive and just not taking mid control. But it looks like they're actually going for a fake. I like this. That's why they've gone so passive, because they're trying to not let the enemies know where the players actually are. And the trade coming out will be super helpful, because now there's only 1 player towards B. Hickman does get taken down, though, and the advantage remains on the Panda side.
They waited a bit too long there to go on B. Okay, I saw the smoke is still down and the last guy is left. Yeah, Craptor now left. Pixel missing the shot. But Craptor doesn't have any utility anymore. It's gonna be hard for him.
Yeah, Scrimpy plays that very well to just you know, to just wait and not actually give up on the idea of it being
Yeah.
B. And I don't know who it was that just tried to cross CT there without even looking towards Scrampy after his teammate dies. But it's silly mistakes like that that can lead to a round loss just straight up without getting that trade. You should focus on that trade. Tunnel vision the trade.
I think really the main and possibly only mistake from Talos that round was just delaying the push on A and the push on B too much.
Yeah, for sure. Oof. TBN with a almost pointless, very wide shoulder peek. He gets taken down.
It looked like he didn't even have a weapon in his hand, so I guess he wanted to smoke. But in
Maybe,
a disadvantageous position like that, I know how he does it.
Yeah, you can always get an A player or somebody to flash highway before you go for really kind of
Failing
peek, but
the T-smoke on B. Scrampy looks like he's gonna push.
ooh, very close position. I like it because he won't be noticed immediately with the smoke still there. Scrappy's through, actually. He's through.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Wow,
the kill on Craptor.
Scrappy.
Shit. Maybe it wasn't a failed smoke then.
Perfect couple rounds from Scrampy. Or perfect couple plays by Scrampy on the B-bomb site in the last couple rounds.
Yeah.
And now he's taking Sunroom. So the enemy, or the Pandas can take 3 players over to A because Scrappy has so much map control himself. The Molly comes in,
Not
and they'll
looking
have
good for
even
Talos, to be
more
honest.
utility. Yeah, look how much utility the CTs have thrown.
Benno getting the first entry.
They can get the plant. And Vale with 2! And 3. Oh, man. Vale. Fantastic work there.
Great decision to push on that.
Yeah, I mean, great. Realistically, that round completely pivots on Scrampy's position. Scrampy, in being in Sunroom, can just know that they're not planning on going B in the slightest. And the Pandas can take 3 players out of the 4 over to A to just hold up with so much saved utility. Molotovs everywhere.
After Craptor was killed there in checkers, they should definitely have gone for a faster push on A to deny them the information on B, or even try to retake Sunroom.
Yeah, just take your time. You know, bleed out the enemy's utility. I mean, you can tell how much they've used throughout the round. And you could probably assume they've won the last few rounds in a row. They're going to still have some utility if they've not used that much. Just flash somewhere and get them to throw a Molotov. Rolex full blind gets machine.
Great pick by him. I don't know if he heard him or not. Or the director wasn't showing it to me.
It was pretty unsure of a moment for me as well, but it looks like they are situating closer to A, but it kind of just looks like they're not being too committal right now. The bomb's still down in spawn. Players just walking around towards B and mid.
Craptor not falling back, while TBN is looking to get a bit more aggressive. Never mind, he's walking back.
Scripted walked out mid. Gets tagged up. Pixel getting Zolex and Scrampy getting scripted.
Looks like another fake from Talos.
Ooh, missed shot by
being-
Pixel. But he's ignored. Hickman
Very
didn't
uncareful
care.
from him. Now Craptor is alone on B. Making so much noise that the rockets are coming in definitely
He does
right
have
now.
the bomb, so he could definitely do some damage, but TBN with a very fast shot onto Cruptor's head.
And great
takes him
flash from
down.
him, he was totally blind, Craptor.
Yes, he was. Of course, due to the absolute bankage that Talos had beforehand and the loss bonus picking up while their bank went down, they can still buy.
No, they don't have an AWP as well.
Yeah, they don't have an AWP, but it's pretty
Could even
decent in
turn
terms
out
of
great
utility.
for them because it forces them into a bit more faster plays.
Eggman and gets taken down by Pixel. Pretty quick there. You just were to look. That's one of the 8Ks down.
Looks like Pandas is playing heavily towards mid right now. They expect maybe another mid push. But the bomb is going towards B, falling back from A.
I think it's because they have that op in NBK, and they have the player white box who can peer a main pretty easily, so they can kind of like write off a main if they need to, and kind of situate closer to B and mid.
Talos really needs to take the vent now once they push, because that could be their downfall.
Does pretty good damage on a Tane. Olix goes down to Scrampy. Didn't even look. And now it's just a 3 versus 5.
They're being pulled apart.
They're mollied out,
Rockets
smoked out, flashed out. Tane gets Scrampy, but TBN gets Corruptor just before.
And TBN getting them with one spray.
Like 3k there for him.
7-7 now. 6 rounds in a row to Pandas, if I'm correct. Yeah. Last round for Talos on this side. To be honest, the 7-8 in either direction is pretty good though. What is weird though, how 7 rounds in a row by Talos and then 6 rounds in a row by Pandas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like they're taking invisible pauses and figuring out everything.
Yeah.
Just to run through the molly with a flash. They attempted to put their dick on the table, but they missed.
Not looking good for Corruptor now. He can't really hope for anything right now, but he's of course trying to go for the clutch as it's the last round.
Yeah, nothing really he can do. Machine in a good position here. Takes him down with a headshot. That is the end of the first half.
First half now goes slightly into the advantage of Pandas. T-side is different for every team. Let's see how Talos is gonna do on CT side.
Yeah, very. The last 7 rounds were very well played by the Pandas with the perfect amount of aggression. TBN hitting all of his shots. Scrampy being very positionally aware, and the rotations were perfect. Okay.
Bit of utility coming in from Pandas. Looks like they're going immediately for an A-smoke. It's gonna be a very fast day. But Talos is already gambling.
Oh, they're contacting, it looks like. Oh, no, they're not contacting. They are going to walk and then run after this flash comes in. 3 players here on Talos. Zolix goes down. Heckman in 2, Corruptor 1. Pixel gets 2 of his own. And TBN gets 1 as well. Tane in a 1 versus 2. TBN is low.
That happened so fast. Trade after trade.
Yeah, it was. He should get this first kill if he's holding it. No, he's not. Oh, and Tane goes down to Pixel.
The smoke popped a second too late for him.
Yeah, we could see him from the other player's point of view, but it probably completely obscured his vision.
Yeah. Very narrow timing, and what a fast round.
Alright, well this is another eco for Talos. Pandas have not been quite as strong on their anti-ecos as Talos have. But again, only USPs. I really don't see this working out.
They will get 1, maybe 2 kills, but not more than that. Really depends on how fast they can grab the weapon if they get a kill. 2 people are already there. Now everyone is coming in. Not looking good. Not looking good at all.
Yeah, just the hold. 3 kills with the SMGs. Pretty good money coming out. And this is where I want to see them not buy anything in terms of guns at all. Just go for that bonus. You have the advantage.
Kegman going for a glass cannon right now. That's pretty interesting.
I like it though. I like it, but it's probably a lot better if the Pandas decide to get rid of these SMGs, but that doesn't look like what they've done, and it looks like they're just going to go relatively fast into B.
They're hearing the B, vent is dropped. Kegman getting a
great shot. Oh, whiffs the quick scope. Another great shot.
Missed the last one, and now it's a 3 versus 3. They have decided they will get the plant now. They don't know Zolix is there.
Yeah, Zolix in a great position. He might have just been spotted, and he was by somebody, but Scrampy took the kill.
Two versus two now.
versus 3.
They should be able to get the orb out.
Well, it should be pretty difficult for them to win this round, though. No utility left. They've used some. Scripted gets one, though. Spotted on sight. Volley taken down. And Corruptor gets the last 2. Further round, Scrampy down, and they grab the op.
What a great play by Scraptor. Immediately looking into the most likely position for the op and getting him.
Yeah, that's the kind of experience that you get from playing for such a long time. You just know. You have an inkling of all the positions that they can come from. And the muscle memory with the mouse takes him straight there.
Great play by him. Let's see what Pandas are gonna come up with now. To be honest, I don't like... It doesn't matter right now, but I don't like that some of them didn't go for head armor, because it could be very well that Talos has... Pandas has some SMGs now.
Yeah, very good point. Volley without head armor is his own, but it probably won't affect him too badly. Yeah, he gets the first onto Tane. 4 versus 4 now after Pixel goes down. Oh, and another little trade there. Kekmanen goes down and Corruptor trades him down. Scrampy down after that. 3 versus 3. Everybody fully healthed, but the advantage strictly towards the T side. T's usually have a slight advantage in this situation anyway. But they have the utility as well.
Pandas are definitely gonna get a bomb plant now. Rotates are coming in. That small gap really fucked Corruptor up.
Corruptor might not even have noticed there was such a gap in the smoke.
Yeah, I don't think so. Now Scripted. Here to clutch it or not.
Oof.
Strong
Hard
positions against
to
heaven.
deal with. Hard position.
Getting the first.
The last one has an op. All he has to do is swing and hope he misses, and he's thrown it out. So, looks very likely for Volley to win this. And there he goes, grabs his op back again.
There was a small window where Scripted could have won it, where he had the op, but that window soon disappeared when he grabbed the AK and it was over for Scripted.
Yeah, and a slight reset coming out. They can still buy next round after this save.
It won't be even a bad buy.
It will be a pretty good buy. I do like how safe Talos go with their ecos, their anti-ecos. They're a very safe team. I like that.
But Pixel also taking the safe position for an expected rush like that. No, Pandas will get the bounce down immediately. Nice play from Pixel.
Good damage being done by Talos, though. 2 T's taken down. That's 2 weapons that are grabbable. Only 1 grabbable now, and Tane does have it.
Tane should save it because especially he doesn't have the best money, so next round he can go for full utility. Yeah, he's playing it safe in T-spawn. One person only searching for him, but he's falling back. They don't want to lose any more guns. They know their money isn't the best right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they'll get him. He's pretty safe. The money on both teams is, well, on Talos is pretty good. On Pandas, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good all around set of. Well, now Talos are down with this buy. If they need to win this round, to be extremely happy with their buy next round.
Yeah, if they don't win this round, Pandas has almost saved 14 rounds, and they don't want that to happen.
Yeah, and Pandas also 2 players low money themselves, but again, the rule of 3. If they lose this round, they should be able to buy.
Nice shot by
here.
Benno, boosting up in the smoke. And no real ability to refrag for Pandas.
Man advantage here for Talos. Not really a whole lot of not really a whole lot of map control out here for the Pandas. They're pretty close in on B main, but the rest of the players are playing pretty passive. I believe that's... Ooh, Tonic gets one onto Pixel there.
That kill might have decided the round now.
Yeah, TBN. Ooh, spots him on Heaven. Lots of damage on his Zolex. And 43 seconds.
Machine.
This
very
could be
nice
closer
kill
than
from
we
him.
thought. One still in checkers. There we go, there we
Revo is
go.
3 now. Man advantage gone in a second.
This Molly is pretty important right here. Kekmana just runs out and gets a shot. Burns in the Molly, 1 versus 1. Scripted versus Machine. Scripted coming through the CT. There's a smoke off. Machine should be able to get the plant.
The smoke should fade any second now, I believe, though.
Yeah, but Scripted does have an op. Oh, and he whiffs the shot, and Machine gets it. Unfortunate for Scripted. Nobody can hit every shot.
Now it's likely Pandas will have to hit the 14 rounds. Talos, please go for a pause. Doesn't look like they're going for one. I'm expecting a push from Talos, to be honest. No push.
Looks like they're going to go for a pretty safe towards A round here, which I like. The flashes kind of get eaten up though. Pretty advantageous here towards the T side though. They're just cleaning it up. Only Tane left. Doesn't really get anything done. Only one player going down. That's fantastic work by Pandas there to play that cleanly and safely. And now everybody on their team, aside from Machine, going positive. Vale again. He was 2 for 7, or no, 1 for 7,
Yeah.
I believe.
Stepped
Now
up
he's
tremendously.
19 for 9. It's that op. I was telling you, it's that op. Once they started getting it out, it was just... Talos couldn't do anything about him specifically.
This round must be Talos's.
Oof. Scrampy with a pretty risky kind of just push. Open the door, take some info.
And he definitely
like
didn't
that.
expect that angle.
Man advantage here for Talos. 2-man advantage, actually. They're going to need to win this round pretty cleanly if they want to have a bigger chance of coming back.
They're doing the right thing, playing more passive positions now after they've got the man advantage.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. There you go. That's what it's all about. Great positioning on the site there. Easily tradable if anybody went down.
No, only
Another great
TBN
kill
left
with the
with
flash.
5.
Clean as possible. That's what they needed to be able to get back into the game cleanly. If multiple people went down there, it would have heavily affected their economy. They had, on average, about $250 per player. I think Tane had the most there with $1,900. Everybody else below $750.
Another full buy versus full buy now.
Yep, both teams actually. Talos having the by far better money in this one, and they also have the much higher loss bonus. So this is money wise. If this is a close round, money wise, Talos will end up better on it.
Wow!
The blocking.
I didn't
in that
expect
Molly,
that.
The blocking was just, move.
Damn, they really wanted those kills though.
As soon as that Molly comes in, you're right next to your teammate who's also going to be in the Molly. You need to take the fight. You can't run because you'll die to the guy taking the fight at you. You just need to peek. You can't be crouching behind your teammate while the Molly's burning you.
Now just Vale, but we know what he can do with the op.
Yeah, Volley's been playing fantastically here. 1 versus 3. Scripted seems to be more focused towards flashing his teammate out right now. He's not really thinking too hard about A, but now he's taking the peek on. Should be a pretty easy hold for him.
Looks like Vale is playing it mostly safe. Getting the kill on
Fantastic
Scripted.
shot by Vale. Knows exactly where to aim, and he crosses. This is looking very doable. Although, just look how much utility is on Talos. If they
Molly comes
lose
in.
this is really them losing this. They
And
know his
missed
position
shots.
now, and there he goes. Volley down. Zolex takes him. Valiant attempt. Gets the leg onto Zolex.
They didn't play the retake too fast, they played it slow and steady. That was what I wanted to see in the previous rounds. Now it's only 4 more rounds separating them, down from 6.
Yep, and the Pandas are electing to go for the eco. Vale, you better not buy too hard. Their loss bonus after this round will be 2,400.
Yeah,
not
he
really.
definitely won't be able to go for more than a glass cannon.
He won't be able to go. He'll be $50 off of a glass cannon.
Shit,
I'm pretty
okay,
sure.
then he needs to
Unless
drop.
he gets a kill or two. Unless he gets a kill or two. He won't.
2 more
pretty
going down,
clean
only
out
picks
here.
off.
Pixel down. Cryptid
Now they're going for
down.
a pause, thank you. And Talos, listen, you can do that too, it's allowed. If you need it, go for it.
What I like to see. That's what I like to see. Pauses. Pauses are so important, and people don't think too hard about them. Just a nice little reset.
You need like a nice small device strat book where you call like A02 and everyone knows what to do.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta call like, all right, guys, we're going for the fish taco, and everybody will know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, perfect time to call it as well for the Pandas. They've just taken a couple round losses. They took the eco. They're gonna have a full buy with utility and 5 AKs.
TBN also with great utility damage as well as Tunner.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, but we see lots more flashes from Talos. So many more flashes.
Yeah, but I almost feel as if the flash time has been more so for in the favor of the Pandas just on that CT side.
Yeah.
With the aggression they were taking.
Unpause coming in now.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
Talos as well having some strat talking, we hope.
yeah, maybe. I mean, this looks like it should be perfect for the Pandas. They have 5 AKs, full utility. They probably just talked about some super strat that they're going to pull out of their ass right here. And this is just...
Strat.
What?
The fish taco strat.
Yeah, all right, boys, we're over the fish taco. You guys all understand. This is how it's going to go. We're going to win the game. That's what just happened. It took a lot longer than that because they were speaking German.
Well, fish taco in German is fish taco.
That's pretty weird, bro. I've never heard of any word sounding like that. Alright, here we go. We got 2 players in towards main and door. It looks like they're just going for the default. Kind of weird to see after them taking such a long time out. They should know the economy basis. They should know everything going on right now after such a long time out. But they're just going for very slow play.
After a long time out like that, oh, it's looking 2 boosting up in mid. I was totally wrong with what I wanted to say, so I'm not gonna say it right now.
Mid control seems to be the thought process. Machine takes down Corruptor.
And they're doing well and giving it up in the middle.
Ooh, oh, Tane with the whiff, but Zolex getting a great trade. Weird positions there. Kekmanen getting a great shot there. Pixel trading out Zolex. 3 versus 2 in the favor of the Pandas with the B bomb site. Machine goes down, Kekmanen with a great peek, and Vale goes down to the other side of the map. It's Pixel in a 1 versus 2 now.
You can mostly safely pick up the bomb now.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Kekmanen peeked out again. It would be a pretty big blunder as well if he just peeks out and dies in a 1 versus 2, but they've resituated. Ooh. Come on, you got very little time there. Probably just go for the plant, but smart of Talos to resituate both players on the same side. A lot easier to trade like that, and if it's a 1 versus 2, the trade wins the round, basically.
So another eco going up from Pandas. It will most certainly, I would think, 30 and 14. And then it's getting close. We might even see an overtime.
Yeah, the anti-ecos from Talos have been too good. I don't think I've seen them lose an anti-eco yet in the 2 games. So...
Smoke swing set up for B. Looks like they're gonna push through the smoke. On site.
I like this. This is looking fantastic so far from the Pandas, but they don't check Zolex too hard, and he just... They've been collateraled. TBN comes up behind, gets Heckman in, the op drops. Can they grab it? Can they grab it? No.
It would have been a great effort from them if it worked out. Like, it wasn't too bad of a strat, actually.
Yeah, it was just kind of an awkward hold by the players on the site that you can't really learn to expect, because two players on site like that with one just hiding, not even going for a trade or anything, it's just not something that anybody's going to be too used to. I
got killed so often by a player on the site, not knowing he was there after two people were killed already.
Yeah, for sure. That's how it goes down. That's how it goes down in pugs.
Sometimes you really have to decide if you wanna peek it or if you wanna go for the plant.
Pixel goes for the walk through the smoke, actually gets one onto Tane, but traded out by Zolex instantly.
4 vs 4, still they have to op up. Scripted in A main now. Falling back though.
It looks like it's probably going to be a little train going towards B if you look at them. They're all just walking in a line towards B, probably just going to maybe split it.
They set up for that boost on A side.
It's just volley towards. Yeah, they got one on Shroud boost, so they can rotate.
Should be able to rotate quickly.
3. Yeah, they can rotate 3 towards B. Machine going for the terrible position to throw a Molotov from. Zolex going for the aggression here. Should get 1 or 2. That's 1 and tags down TBN to just 7 health.
Craptor still has the Molotov for side once he's there. Zolex going down now, both very low HP. Last low HP as well.
He needs to take the fight. He does take the fight. 1 versus 2. Takes the fight again. It's Scrampy.
What a
1
great.
versus 3. Very smartly played. It's so important when you're in a clutch and you're in a bad position like that. You have to take the fight. You got to get it down to a 1 versus 1. So you're not traded. You know, like, it's taking the fight is what wins people 90% of clutches.
This could definitely go to overtime now. Both teams have good weapons except for Tane. Already playing fast in their main.
Double up out here for Talos as well. It looks like they're just going to sit scripted down on the A site, and they're going to take Kekmanen over to mid. Op on mid, we've not really seen that this game too much, aside from in Z when they killed Boost that 1 round, but...
Yeah, who was in Z? It was TBN, I believe.
Yeah, I think so as well. Or Pixel, I don't remember. Yep, so Pandas just need 1 round. It looks like they're going to fake towards the B-bomb site. 2 Molotovs thrown from Talos, just bleeding utility. And the fake continues, but the Pandas are going to run out onto A site. 4 versus 3 out there. 2 players still sitting towards the B-bomb site.
What is happening on A side?
I don't know. I wish Auto Director was a little bit better.
Yeah.
But Tane is in a 1 versus 4 now with an MP9. The Pandas are probably going to take it, and there they go. Map 2 goes to the Pandas.
Ending it in a 1-1. Both well played from both sides. Some mistakes from both sides as well. There should have been more pauses, especially from Talos. But overall, it wasn't too bad. Especially for their first league game with that roster now. For sure.
Although Talos played better as a team, I would say, than the Pandas overall. But my match MVP has to go out to Vale, bro.
Yeah,
he played
that's true.
Fantastic in both maps.
He really picked up on the CT side of Inferno, as well as on both sides here.
Yeah, for sure.
Going from a 3-7 or what it was to 22-15 is a feat.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, it was like 19 for 9 at one point after being 2 for 7.
Yeah, Okay, I want to thank everyone for watching. It has been a great pleasure casting this game, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Peace.